Hey guys, another video today. Another tip video. Don't mind my attire. I just got done with squats. Really good session. I'm doing yoga at the moment, which is helping so much actually, along with the MMA for my hip flexibility. So my squats are continuously progressing in reps or weight each week, which is making a huge difference to my quad development. It's no secret that my quad development is behind my upper body development. So when I go in there, always got a hoodie on, but I assure you the guns are still filling out the sleeves. Only joking, I'm wearing like twin jumpers. But basically what I want to go over today is something that a lot of people get confused with. And I can see why. I can see why they get confused. And that is the phrase or term work sets and how you should approach your workout. Now, a lot of the time, people go in, and let's give you an example to just make it real simple. Let's give you an example. You're going to do bench press, okay? And a lot of people will go in and they'll start off an empty bar, do a lot of reps, put some weight each side. I don't know, usually a plate or 10 kg or 20 kg each side. Again, bang, do their reps until they can't, until they struggle, and then re-rack it, add more weight, repeat. And they do that until they've got to their maximum weight, and they're doing I don't know how many reps. Like let's say they're doing 10 reps, and they're completely gone by that point. Now that is the most inefficient way to train a muscle. It's the most inefficient way to make gains, and it's the most inefficient way to maximize your recovery. Please remember this, yeah. Golden rule. Okay, and this is why steroids work so well. To be honest with you, you can only grow when it comes to tissue. Muscle tissue, you can only grow as quick as you can recover. Always remember that. If your recovery isn't there, doesn't matter how much work you do, doesn't matter how many reps and sets you do, you will not progress. Now, if you say to me, man, how do I know if I'm recovering well or not? Yeah, how do I know that? You will know, because number one, you won't see much change in your physique. Number two, you won't see much change in your performance in the gym. When I say performance, I mean like you won't see much strength gains. You won't see much gains. And when strength, we're not just talking bar weight here. Like it could be anything. Example, let's say you can do a 100 kg bench press for 8 reps. If 6 months later, you're not doing it for 10 or 12 reps or a few sets of 8 reps, or you're doing 110 kg, 105 to 110 kg for 8 reps, you've definitely not progressed. You've definitely, not really added any new tissue. And the thing about it is that you will also feel pretty shit if you're not recovering. You'll know you'll be hitting your body hard, and you won't feel good, going into workouts. So let's go over how you should approach each exercise. I want you to think that you should focus on one set being the set where you're going to push that muscle to failure, okay? And you're going to push that muscle as hard as possible. You're going to get everything out of that set. Imagine like you have a wet cloth, and you're going to wring it. You're going to wring every last bit of water. You're going to drink. That's going to be your muscle completely emptied on that set. Now, think about sprinters. A sprinter, okay, when they're going out to practice, they won't do full out sprints continuously. They warm their body up, and they get loose, and then they go hard, one sprint, maximum power, maximum velocity, and they may repeat that, okay? So your goal is to get to your work set with as minimum fatigue in the muscle as possible, so that you can put every fucking last bit of energy, every last bit of mental strength into that set to get the maximum out of it you can. Now, after you do that, that set might be a heavy set of 8 to 12 reps. It might be a set of 20 to 30 reps. It might be a drop set. Okay, it might be a rest pause set. It might be a time under tension set. But still, the philosophy is the same. You're just going to slowly sneak up to that set and then explode out. And how would you do that? Let's go for the bench press, for example. I'm going to give you an example that you're going to try and do 100 kg, and let's say you're aiming for 8 to 10 reps as your maximum weight, okay? And you want to get between that rep range. Hopefully, you want to get to the higher rep range. So you want to aim for 10 or above. You know, if last week you done 8 reps, you would start obviously. You know, stretch yourself up, dynamic stretches, warm yourself up. You start at the bare bar, the empty bar, and you would do nice and controlled between 5 or 10 reps. You don't want to feel no fatigue. All you're going to work on is bringing the bar down and getting your positioning right and making sure you're firing right. Okay, good, nice control. Then you would get a plate each side. So then now you would be doing 60 kg. Again, 5 to 8 reps. Nice and controlled, no fatigue, you just want to feel the weight. Okay? Then you would do 80 kg. Okay? And this one you're only going to aim between 4 and 6 reps. Again, to feel the weight, nice and controlled, explosive, a little bit of tension on the muscle, but nothing where you're struggling. That 6 reps you can't like butter, hot knife through butter. You know, you shouldn't feel anything. It should just be like, yeah, you felt some weight. You will start to feel some blood in the muscle. Your shoulders, your arms will all should feel like nice and warm now. Then you do the 100 kg. And on that set, your goal is to not re-rack that weight until you've failed. And what is failure? Okay, in my opinion, failure is when you cannot do another rep by yourself without, you know, properly, with proper form. Okay, that is in my opinion. Not like, because I see people and they start bringing it halfway down, you're not achieving anything from that. Go for the full reps. If you can't bring it full down, pause and bring it back up again, then that's your failure point. Okay, nothing wrong with having a spotter there and you've brought it down, you know you can't bring it up and he's going to help you bring it up. Or you've done the rep and you've struggled that last rep and you've been a real grinder and you just know that you're not going to be able to bring another one down. That's failure. And you should fully be aware that, let's say you went all out and you've done that 100 kg bench press on the 9th and 10th rep were absolute killers. Okay? Now, if you've done it right, there's no way in that session that you should be able to lift that sort of weight for anywhere near them reps again. Like if you were to try 100 kg again, you'll maybe get 4 reps. Now, if you've approached it like that and that's the correct way to approach it, you have maximized your work set. That's the set that you're gonna grow from. That's the set that's gonna exhaust all your muscle fibers. That's the set which you've saved your energy to go full out on, because that's the set that's gonna make the difference. And that's what when you read work sets, like you'll read like Dorian Yates done 1 work set per exercise, and you think, well, that's only a few sets. What he's not telling you, the other sets he didn't count. You know, to warm up to that weight, to get his motor patterns ready and firing up to get up to that weight. Example, squats 1 work set. Let's say you can do 150 kg for 10 reps. You're not going to just go under 150 kg bar. You're going to start empty bar. You're going to start then a plate each side, then another plate each side, then another plate each side. You see what I'm saying? To get your body used to that weight, feeling that weight. But the set you're going to put all your effort into is your work set. And those are the sets that you want to take note of. Those are the sets you want to write down and say, this is what I done last week. And next week I'm going to try and get more reps. Or next week I'm going to try and do another set. Or next week I'm going to try and do rest pause. Or next week I'm going to try and get heavier weight. Those are the sets that you want to do. So again, this is just another little thing. I think I'm going to go through a few routines this week as well. So keep out. So that's the whole thing about a work set versus just going out every single set and destroying your muscle and not getting no recovery. And actually minimizing. If you train like this, you will lift heavier, 100%, 100%. If you've been training where you've been pushing each set hard, I guarantee you'll add weight within 1 week to your exercises. If you train this way, where you make that set the set with all your strength, and you make sure you just slowly warm up. You're not fatiguing the muscle towards that set. You're just getting used to the weight, getting used to the movement. Hope that helps, guys.